Take 200. Uh, Not really, but if you know me, you would know that this absolutely goes against everything I would have normally done. Sit and talk about myself and my story. Um, but what Linus and I have done for me in my life is just, I'm sure somebody needs to know, and hopefully this can help someone reach out. Um, so this is a testimonial for Linus. I'm Alex, 36, from Norway, a middle-aged man, white man living in Norway. Life should be just pretty great, pretty awesome, right? It should just be easy mode. Yet about a year ago, it most definitely wasn't. It was a constant battle. I didn't know, why was I not that guy I was supposed to be or felt I was. I just wasn't that guy. I woke up every morning with a burning sensation of anxiety, restricting my ability to even get out of bed. Take today, I woke up after 3 hours of sleep. That would have normally that would have been the end of that day. I wouldn't have been able to accomplish anything that day. Now, today, so what? Life isn't perfect. I didn't get the sleep that I should have. I woke up with some stomach aches, and it's just couldn't fall back to sleep. And I just decided, hey, what better time to make this video when shit ain't perfect. Um, so yeah, I was doing conventional therapy, um, back and forth, doing probably 6 months just talking about what not to talk about. Um, never really had any breakthroughs, but it was good just talking to someone. Needed to talk to someone. Felt lost. Had, like I said, this excruciating anxiety. Um, just things. I wasn't happy. I hated myself for some reason. I didn't know why. I didn't understand, but I just knew that I hated myself. Low confidence. Um, just wasn't comfortable. Was nervous in any situation that demanded performance. In front of a crowd. Crazy. I would never go in front of a crowd. I would never make a video for X amount of who knows for people to see. Showing vulnerability. Forget about it. So stopped going or talking to my therapist. I known Linus from 2016. We were kind of buddies in Bangkok, Thailand. I used to live there. We went to the same birthday parties, and we hung out from time to time, just having fun. Um, I saw his videos online on Instagram, and trust me when I say skeptical was that's just the bottom. That's a huge understatement. Because I don't believe in God. I don't believe in anything, and I'm very little spiritual, and I was super scared of anything remotely hippie or not conventional, not scientifically proven, factual, just these imaginary things, hypnosis. No, 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 no. That's not me. That's not for me. That's 100%. But conventional didn't work. Um, I was constantly working against myself, self-deprecation, self-loathing. Every compliment would just be turned into they're lying to you, they're deceiving you, they're trying to trick you. Don't listen to them. You suck. Don't fucking forget that. So I was like, then I just saw Linus unstuck. Something told me, yeah, like I'm not this guy that feel that I should be. And why? Why am I this guy just walking around hating himself? And I couldn't make sense of it. So decided talk to Linus, give it a shot. He said he's a brilliant guy. I know that, and he's an honorable, trustworthy person. I know that from a personal perspective and experience. So hey, it can't get worse, right? He can't make it worse. So okay, fuck it. Let's give it a go. Um, and I'll be honest, like I guess he had like a good package deal. So I was like, you know, it's money I could lose, I suppose. Very skeptical at first. But I was waking up every single morning with a burning anxiety sensation for no or reasons not known to me. Um, had a first session with Linus. I don't even really remember. Um, I remember there was, this hypnosis thing. You close your eyes. I have a whole zoo of animals right now to help me in certain situations and, in parts of my life now, which back then, if you told me, yeah, that's how it's going to work, there's going to be some animals and some colors and some smells and some, dude, dude, take your voodoo. If you put my dad in that position, he would have just walked up and left and said, like, this Ooga Ooga Booga, that's pure bullshit. No way, dude. That doesn't work. Like if you see someone get hypnotized on television, that's a lie, right? That's just television. Well, um, after the first session, next morning I wake up and it always took like 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds to kick in the anxiety because you're sleeping, you're not, worried about nothing. And I'm laying there and I'm like, okay, come on, here we go. Low, time is ticking. Let's get this, anxiety started already. And I just wasn't getting it. And I'm like, wait, I could just immediately feel. And I remember Lena saying, I can feel the shift, dude. And, like, sure, motivational speaker. And, like, I haven't bought into this yet. But one session next morning, completely in that anxiety gone. Now, anxiety gone forever in life? No, I've experienced anxiety again. Uh, but what Linus has also now provided me is so much knowledge, uh, awareness about how things work, how the body works, the mind works, how it's all connected, given me like a huge toolbox to deal with life because life doesn't stop lifing. Like he can't remove all the exterior things happening in my life or me still making bad decisions. I'll don't get me started, but I now have tools to deal with it. And like Linus will ask you, can you deal with it? Can you handle it? And I've just been given this toolbox now. So I go from there. I also had, a little bit of a short list. That anxiety thing, I didn't like second day, third day, third, fourth day, waking up. I had no anxiety. Like that's crazy because of a black panther and the smell from whatever and some jungle things. Nah. But obviously got me very intrigued. Wait a minute. Okay, let's, and I have this package. I still have 3 sessions. Let's. eh, I'm gonna dive both feet head first. Whatever it takes. Let's, let's give this an honest try. I was maybe lucky having a first session, like a big breakthrough first time. But I can see now, after a year with Linus, holy moly. And I'm gonna try to make it short. But so I did have this short list, fix confidence, stop hating myself. I was even just saying, I just don't want to hate myself, if that's not too much to ask, you know. Um, would be great not to be nervous to the point where I can't move my fingers if I need to talk in front of people when, I'm an officer on a cruise ship, and that's kind of part of my job. Um, being comfortable in my own skin, better in all these situations, and all these addictions and these habits and doing this all these things to myself that just weren't serving me, and then ultimately not being that person that I felt that's in there. And we go through, and I obviously not going to go through all the sessions we've had. um, um, but I remember there's a few that stand out, uh, which I want to touch upon briefly. Um, there was one. I was dead tired. I wasn't tired from work, like physically. I was just mentally drained, and I went into the session. It's booked. It's pre-booked, couple of like a week in advance or whatever. I have the session. I go there, bro. There's no point. There's no point having this session right now. I am dead. I have nothing I could tell you or give you, and there's nothing you can do to lift this clouds. It's just now it's just a bad time. Okay, sure. We and I don't know how, but we start talking and we do the session, like cloud lifted. I remember what it was, and I obviously can't go into detail. Um, but you will remember, Linus, the pond. We're looking in the pond, and that person disappears, and I'm able to let go of this. And it goes back to this unstuckness. Like it's just self brought upon myself, locked in, and I can't clear it. And it's an hour and a half of conversation and some closing of some eyes and some like I don't even know how to explain it, but how he guided me through this, and I'm just full of energy. Like it isn't like imaginary. It is actual genuine energy and lifted of this hate for something that wasn't real. And I know that sounds like a little bit hocus bogus, whatever, but that happened. And again, like we just have these constant sessions with, minor breakthroughs and whatnot. But we like even some silly, stupid things. It's embarrassing to even mention this one, but I I was jealous of Cristiano Ronaldo's kids, watching on Instagram, like, look at these, look how lucky and that's amazing. And I know it sounds like, dude, who cares? I know, right? But I genuinely felt a little bit jealous. I was like, oh man, why is my life so shit and their life so great? And like, long story short, and I tell him, I'm like, I don't know if I should even tell you this. I'm embarrassed to feel this way. But I'm thinking like we've solved so many other things. We've removed this anxiety and this the fear of not sleeping. Like, all these things we've fixed. Maybe this stupid, silly one. Could you fix that? Because that's just stupid. Um, I don't remember. 20 minutes. And I just remember this session because still, this is a very vivid, imaginary um, session that we had, where I'm just swimming in this big blue, beautiful ocean, and suddenly there's this one dolphin, and you know how it's so stupid. I know what you're maybe thinking now, like, this guy's crazy. That thing sounds crazy. I know, I was the same. I thought the same. What? You're imagining yourself swimming in a big blue ocean with that one dolphin kind of high fiving? Like, dude, come on. You clearly lost it, or you believe in some voodoo magic things. Um, no, like, for some reason, and it's not him, like Lean is telling me what to imagine, or it just comes from in here. It comes from within, and it's giving me, and I might have a vivid imagination, I would suppose. But there I was, boom. And obviously, that stupid, silly thing completely gone. We all have our own life, our own timeline. We all do our own thing, and that's just what that dolphin and me and that big blue ocean represented, and it all just made sense. So, what I feel like the best thing about all these sessions and what it does, I'm now able, and Linus pointed this out. Obviously, I could never have, wait a minute, this is why all this is going on in my head. Um, but I'm able to talk the same language as my subconscious. Like, we're on the same team now. I always thought this guy subconscious, like, he's evil. He wants to hurt me. Like, I hate myself due to the things he makes me do. I don't know. Like, I know, again, dude, you just sound crazy. I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but yeah, I learned to listen and learn to talk to and understand what my subconscious is trying to tell me. Why is it making me do this thing? Why is it going for this addiction that clearly isn't serving me? Okay, now I understand why it thinks that that's good for me, but obviously I know that it isn't. And so, again, toolbox, huge. And before, and I'm gonna get to it later, but before I would always need Linus. Linus, we need a session. I'm feeling all kinds of shit. You need to fix me, and he did. Um, but now I've had some, and a disclaimer. Linus asked me to, maybe if I could, make this video, because it's kind of crazy where I went from and to what I've experienced now lately. And yeah, we've had sessions. We did have like some of those sessions where you went back to your child and showed him how fucking great your life actually is, and all these things. It clears up things that's just unshackles you. um but there's these two latest sessions, not the two later, but one a couple of months ago, and this last session now, which kind of triggered like, hey, I think we should. This is pretty insane. And this is the part where you might not even believe what I'm saying. Like, this sounds maybe like just a guy that's completely lost it. This is crazy. Um, So remember my goals and whatnot. Um, and obviously something's holding me back. Uh, I'm having a session with Linus. Uh, I have this person in my life that I love with all my heart. The number one in my life that I love. And so mad at this person. It's over time, things have just, and it's a very conflicting feeling to be mad, and I am questioning why, and I don't understand, and I'm maybe not even giving it the attention that because I want to avoid it. It's very sensitive. It's horrible feeling to be so mad at someone you love so deeply. And anyways, we have the session, and without I it's not that I don't want to go into details, but it's too complicated, I suppose, or it wouldn't make sense. But I I get a text message from this person, and Lena's like, "Hey, what a silly coincidence that you just get a text message right now as we're talking about this from this person. Take that feeling and let's fix this right now." I'm not sure. I want to actually go into that is scary territory. I've trusted Linus thus far. I'm. I let's fucking go. I imagine he convinces me or he guides me. Try to not change that feeling. What? Are you crazy? Like I want to beat the living shit out of this person, and you want me not to change it? And anyways, he has his ways, and we are going through it, and this is where shit gets crazy. Um, I'm closing my eyes. I am pinned down. I swear to. I always say I don't believe in God, but whatever it is, I swear to it. I couldn't move from the chair. I am stuck to the chair, like physically unable to move. I feel an energy force around my body capsulating my entire. It is unbelievable what's going on. I'm even like, wait a minute. And I'm shaking and I can't, like, I'm like questioning, wait, what is this? Linus is saying, like, I can feel the energy all the way through here, dude. And he's guiding me and I'm just trying not to, but then I let go, right? I really let go. And I don't know where I went. I am sober as daylight. I've just come from work. Um, yeah, I, I, I'm high as a kite right now. Like not now, but at that time when sitting in that chair, I am experiencing things you would only see if you did some heavy shit. This lasts for about 20 minutes. I'm laughing, I'm screaming, I'm crying, I'm all like, it's insane. And I'm just, after 20 minutes, like, colors are brighter. I'm high. I told Lena, I can't go back to work. I was on a lunch break. Um, I can't go back to work. I'm high, dude. That was such a huge release of energy. The unstuckness of all stuckness, um, unbelievable. And I didn't know at the time what that would lead to. Now I can see it more and more. Um, so I just decided I want to go for a haircut. Okay, Um, I go for haircut. She's a little bit of an eccentric person, I would say, and I know what you think. Like, dude, you're the crazy one. I know, but she was a like a gypsy queen, or like she was a cool character. And I came in there, and said she looked at me really weird, and she said, "What are you? Not who are you?" She said, "What are you?" And I remember that. And I've just had this session, and I'm feeling like I wanted to be comfortable. I'm now as confident without becoming an asshole. I still believe. I felt so good, like free. I was flying. I don't think I was even walking. Um, I'm not as high as I was like in the room right after the session. It's not like my eyes are flickering. I'm not that type of high. I'm just this elevated state where uh, I don't think anything in life could hurt me right now. It was an amazing feeling. Um, that didn't last for more than that day or whatever, but it has drift and fallen like into my life, and I'll get to it. So that was like a cool experience. Like she could tell another. I got like a confirmation from another human being that wait a minute, what's wrong with you, or rather, what is right about you? She said like, wow, you got some energy. You're a really cool guy. And I know, like, narcissistic, oh, finally someone gave me approval, and it's what you've been searching for your whole life. Daddy issues, mommy issues, call it whatever you want. But it wasn't that she gave me the tap on the shoulder, it was more of the what and what I've just experienced. And then I'm like, wait a minute. And for the first time, when someone gave me a compliment, I didn't turn that into, hey, she's lying, she's tricking you, I could feel it myself. Hey, I am kind of a cool guy, ain't I? It was crazy. I went out later to a bar that day, and every person I interacted with, and yes, I did have a few gin tonics. It was a gin bar or whatever. So yeah, you could argue that alcohol influenced it a little bit. Because what I would tell Linus this, and I would tell my therapist this, I just want to be two wine glasses in Alex. That guy is actually a really cool and fun and awesome guy. I genuinely believe that guy. So I need all these things so I can just be that guy. Because that guy actually has a little bit of swagger to him. I like that guy. I hate this guy, but that two guy wine glass guy, dude, he's kind of all right, and people like him. But here I was sober. People like me. I went out. Like people were like, "Wow, I love your energy." The owner of the bar came, and so this is now like a big change, a start of something that like I still got work to do. And Linus is there is no way in any universe parallel to whatever you believe in that I could have done this on my own. I didn't believe any of this was possible to actually feel comfortable in these situations, that people will give me compliments and I will accept them. And I wasn't sure I was gonna say this, but it feels right to tell you. I also always hated the way I look. I just always hated the way I look. I have my siblings are so beautiful, like stunningly beautiful Norwegian, uh, beautiful creatures, physically attractive, and I always hated the way I look. And like it was something I was like, that's I accept Linus and my therapist. I accept that that will never change. I accept that I will always view myself as not good looking or not feel good about myself, my appearance. I just want to feel better about not hate myself, right? But I want to feel better about myself inside. But I did just out of nowhere. I was at work on a ship and the lighting wasn't good. Nothing was, I hadn't been working out. There wasn't. I just looked myself in the mirror, and I just start laughing. And for the first time in my life, I'm like, dude, you look good. And it doesn't matter. Like your mom will always say, "You're so handsome." Yeah. Oh, thank you, mom. I'm the handsome. Oh, thank you, mom. Or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or whatever, your friends. Other people telling you. And I remember I obviously had this issue about any compliment would be turned against and be turned into self-hatred, but like no human could tell me. It doesn't matter because I didn't feel it inside, so you can't tell me and then it would, oh, okay, thank you. But once you change that inside yourself, like when I looked myself in the mirror and I told myself I look good, and I cried like a it's like, and this isn't like this just I didn't even, I didn't think it was like I didn't even ask, hey Linus, could we make my can we help, can you help me with this? No, I didn't even, like that's just never gonna happen because we're going through all these things and all these layers and doing all these exercises and sessions and over and we're just unshackling. And here I am suddenly face to face with my worst enemy. Holy shit. Um, and then the last session, absolutely crazy. And I am sorry, I'm on a work computer. I have the worst camera. I can see that. Apologize. But so I have the session. uh, Prior, I guess it goes also with like surrendering this thing. When I had this crazy session that I just talked about, surrendering and like, letting go, and it's becoming this insane journey. But now, like like confidence, comfortable. I don't hate myself anymore. No anxiety, sleep. If I don't sleep, who cares? I'll sleep tomorrow. Uh, you know, I'm becoming a little bit this guy. Uh, but then I just have this crazy day. I wake up and there's some things going on in life, and it's giving a little bit. It's butterflies mixed with some anxiety. It's you know then I just have this conversation, imaginary conversation, and I don't know if this is what normal people do, but I'm in the car and I'm imagining talking to Linus. He's my mentor now. He's part of my toolbox. I'm talking to him in the car uh, about this problem, so I'm kind of like venting it. Obviously, he's not there to respond, but it helps. And I just it's like I just elevated again. I become on this, like I could have taken four phone calls at the same time. A doctor would have labeled it, severe ADHD. Fuck all those labels. You are not none of those things. I was just I was locked in. I was, I was I was running when everyone else were sleeping. That's how fast I felt I was going. Uh, and it was like awesome. I came home. I just found this music set on YouTube, Home Alone, and the text is Drive It Like You Stole It. And it is like some soulful house jazz. Not my typical music, but man, it I was dancing in my underwear for 2 hours in the living room. Sober. Completely sober. I'm even questioning, did somebody put something in my breakfast? Like, what the hell is going on? I'm just on my own here. I haven't talked to Linus. I booked a session tomorrow, day after that day, because of the, what the hell is going on? I'm dancing, I'm beatboxing. Like, people that know me, they'll be like, dude, okay, he's lost it. He's lost it. If somebody looked through the window and they'd known I didn't take anything, no drugs, no alcohol, no nothing, they would have just said that guy's lost it. That's what happy looked like. I've never seen that before. And I even told Linus before, and I'm gonna get to that last session. Um, but I told him I don't want pure happiness at any cost. How crazy does that sound? Like, I don't want pure. I don't want to just don't make me just pure happiness, but take away who I am. So here's this fear holding on for dear life. Don't change. Don't change me. Don't change me because I when I do all these things, there is some magic there. Don't take away all of that, right? Don't fucking change. I Then I'd rather not be happy. What? I'm here dancing in the living room, laughing, singing, silly willy, like it's sober. Are you crazy? Maybe I am, but that's what, like, letting go of that control and fear, and then I have this session next day with Linus, and uh, I explain him this what happened, and and then we talk about these addictions and these bad patterns, and he's like, okay, let's fix that. Now is the time to fix that. You are ready, and I'm like, okay, I know, and I know I have to trust you, but don't make me into no hippie. Don't remove that. And this might sound a little bit narcissistic, but if we remove all those things, the bad things that I do, there's also a little bit of magic. There's a little bit of something there, and I needed to do all these things, 2 glasses of wine and God knows what else. That guy, I like that guy. Don't kill that guy, okay? So don't make me hate all the things that I need to get to that magic, please. And I remember Linus, look, yeah, you just said something that I love that you said, and I didn't know I was in. What I was in for. Um, so he explains me this fear. Do you know you don't believe in heaven and hell and God and the devil? But let's say this fear is the devil. And what do we call the devil? It's the father of lies. He can only lie. That fear is a liar. and we call him the trickster. It is tricking you. Your fear of changing and letting go of this control and, you know, bursting through this wall, that fear, that little whisper in your ear, and I know this sounds fucking crazy. I know I was there. It was crazy. That one, that is the key. Let go of that fear. It is telling you you need all these things to have be this magical guy, to be this guy that you said you feel you are but aren't. It is telling you this fear, this addiction, this it is telling you you need all these things. What if I tell you it's just lies? And I remember when I actually got that, and sorry, um, when I uh, when I felt that's the motherfucker. That's the motherfucker who's been telling me lies my whole fucking life. That I'm not good enough. That I suck. And for the first time in my life, and I didn't, this wasn't even, I didn't, again, with the looking good, like this isn't something I even, not even thought was, I didn't even think about this as a thing that was a thing. I don't know, that's poorly explained, but when I saw that, I, for the first time in my life, I could say, I love myself. That is insane. If you knew where I came from, and I know I had a fucking normal-ish life, Norwegian people have it worse, but being my worst enemy, my own worst enemy, and to be able to say and feel, I love myself. I can't believe, dude, tell, no way, get out of here. I actually believe I'm a good guy. And that guy I always felt that I was. That guy that went into the barber shop and people like, hey, you there's some super good about you. Wow. Um, and thank you, Linus. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know, like just taking away the anxiety and not making me worry about sleep. I mean, we could have ended it there. Thank you. I got my money's worth. I'm now here just dancing in the living room, half naked, like a crazy person, sober, happy? Are you crazy? No way. And I know you might be thinking, what, you live in Norway? How fucking easy is that life? I know, right? How fucking easy shouldn't this life be? And here I've just been not having it easy. You're allowed to just not have it easy, though, you know. And I haven't become a billionaire. I haven't gotten wife and like I haven't like my life hasn't like dramatically changed. But this guy in here, life, come on, bring it, life. I can't wait. I can't wait. So I don't know who needs to hear this, and I don't know. There's probably no one listening at this point, 45 minutes in. But if you're seeing this, I think it's the same reason I saw Linus's in that moment. I saw his video. There's might be a reason for it, and can't make it worse, right? Can't make it worse. Uh, and it's first when you truly start believing in it and the process, and holy shit. And I'm just, it feels like in the beginning here. What's next? I mean, who knows? Whew. Um, yeah, I don't have like a final finishing quote. Buy now, get 20% off. I just fucking with you. Thank you, Linus. Can't wait to see you again. Coming to Thailand, see you. Um, so yeah, catch you on the flip side. No, that wasn't it. I wasn't supposed to do the cliche, stupid one-liner. Yeah. Peace out, brother.